Play a clip. Okay, so this is Johnny's relationship stuff, I think. And of course, Aaron's going to exploit it for the show. Johnny's here saying up top, I don't really want to get into it.
I'm going to have on just Johnny just taking the stick and going for it today. Tomorrow. I'm so excited. And then you come in here and now I'm like, oh shit, I might have to do a show, which I have one ready, but I thought your thing.
I do have a show ready, but it'd be better if I didn't have to do it and burn a show. I don't like to burn shows.
It was going to be way more fascinating than the shit I got.
Well, it could be, but I don't want to go into all of it because of there'd be some talking off air I'd have to do to explain all of it.
Sure.
I don't. The simple gist that I'll say on air is that the first time that I said that she broke up with me, I had done that without speaking to her.
Yeah, does the board say skull or stroll? Who makes K's like that? He really does have psychopath handwriting. And by the way, someone told me, I think Moody and some others said that this is April's handwriting. And he's mentioned it before, and he said April wrote that, and it's the last thing of April in the house, and he can't let it go. So that's fucking weird.
Kind of fucked her over, and it upset her. And she's very upset with comments I had made on my show about like women and stuff.
The first time?
And yeah, the first time.
What'd you say about women?
Well, it's just that I was talking about how like we were talking about the strippers at the strip club, and the people in my show are like, Johnny, would ya? And I was like, yeah, they're all beautiful ladies if they were actually.
And Aaron said you could all be replaced, so don't try to get close to Johnny.
Really interested, I wouldn't turn him down, and that upset her and made her feel like I was just, as she said, you're just dating me until a stripper says yes to you. And
yes.
So she got upset about that. I made that mistake. I rectified it. I bought her a plane ticket out. She came out. She hung out with me. I told her I was gonna
sucked my dick.
I was gonna do better, and by that I meant
sucked my crippled dick, my shrivelly, cripply dick that I sit on and don't even know it. Because I can't feel my legs, man.
I was going to be more open about being in a relationship and stuff like that. But I wasn't discussing much about her, like saying, oh, she's really beautiful and this, that, and the other, because I wasn't trying to get...
Look at Aaron. He's so concerned for his friend. He wants to understand what's upsetting Johnny.
The chat, too much info on her. People already said they're going to find out.
I'm going to jump in when I don't know things and I need things clarified. You're saying that your lady out in California wanted you to talk about her more on the show? Is she out of her fucking mind?
What a fucking idiot!
Does she have any idea who listens to this show? And
again, I stand by my prediction. Ann will be part of the show before the end of the year.
But they do
more than now, even.
Motherfucker,
she kind of already is.
Die? You want to get shot by a real motherfucker?
Well, at any rate, so we made up.
No, wait, no, I'm legit asking. Like, does she want you to talk about her more?
I'm not sure, because
this is something you should clear up.
Well, that's the thing. I thought we were on the same page of like, I don't really talk about you much on the show because I don't want them like looking for you. And she was always like, yeah, I don't really have an online like profile, so that good luck finding me.
May I interrupt? Don't say that.
Don't even tell Aaron, the king of keeping it confidential. Aaron's like, you're talking too much. You gotta learn to keep part of your relationship private. Take it from Aaron. Gonzo says Johnny's a chick. I don't know if that's true, but it's very, very rude. Thank you, Gonzo.
Good luck finding me. They take that as a challenge. No good luck finding me.
I just thought about that. Fuck.
You need to talk to her, and you need to set her straight on the fact that we do ourselves a fine show here, and there's a lot of people that we anger and make very mad, and their entire life is about us, which is an honor.
Imagine believing that. Their whole life is about us. Their entire life is about Steel Toe and Johnny. Johnny and Steel Toe. They really think that.
If you're me, not an honor if you're her. Okay, so mid-watch.
I hate to tell you, I'm watching Below Deck Mediterranean. Okay? No one's thinking about you. That's what I'm doing.
Officer Debbie, pretty good.
I smoked a pulled pork this weekend, and now I'm making Cuban sandwiches for lunch. Hello? That's what I'm doing. Our whole lives are about destroying you. We don't have to destroy you. You look at what's happened to you this year, you fucking loser. Johnny don't deserve no legs. He's a hoe. He's a hoe.
Drunk stop, go. No, so she wants you to talk about her more.
Well, no, she
wants you to talk not about other girls.
Upset when I was
just say you're her sweetest, best gal.
Talking about other women, and I wasn't talking about her the same way. And like I said, she came out. We spent time together.
Did you tell her it's because those strippers aren't real people, and it doesn't matter if people dox them or confront them?
If I were to say that, she would say something along the lines of, how can you treat women like that and say you respect me? And how can you say that about women and say you respect me? You have a daughter. What's going to happen when she sees this or show? Or
I hope she doesn't become a stripper, right? That's what you should tell her.
Yeah.
Because those people are broken.
Imagine being worried Charlotte's going to get harassed at school because of me, not her father. Imagine sending me that email. By the way, again, it's from a person with the power to do something. Hello?
But yeah, so fast forwarding after that, the trip was great. But I had when I was dropping her off, I guess, like, she was clutching my arm because we were going to be separated.
I hate that. It's always sad when the Biscontes leave.
And I asked her to stop touching my arm because I use it to drive, and I was driving.
Don't touch my driving arm, bitch.
Driving in the cities, and she.
Wait.
It was me snapping at her.
No, I need to stop again. You're driving, and she's.
What kind of MS patient can't drive with one hand?
Holding onto your arm.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. This could, like, your driving experience is probably a million times different than mine. You can't drive with the one arm?
No, because the arm that she was grabbing is the one that I have to use to help control my legs.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, yeah, that's important. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I figured it was something.
Right. Good point. I have to use my hand pedals.
Like that. Because, like, I can, like, I'll drive a lot with one hand and hold the
beer in the other one and the cocaine in the
gal's hand with the other hand, because I'm a hopeless romantic. But yeah,
holding my gal's hand, driving in my truck that the last girl made me buy, just to prove I'm a man and she's not gonna ride around in a little bit mini.
When I have different driving.
Sorry, everyone can't be a great
experiences.
Yeah, I use both feet to operate the pedals. My left foot can move on and off the brake just fine. My right.
Imagine how herky-jerky that is. Just riding with Johnny anywhere.
Foot can move onto the gas just fine. But if I got to pull it off real quick, I have to use my arm and my hand to, like, literally yank my foot off the gas.
Damn.
So it's not a big deal. It's not really hard. But again, when you're driving in the cities in kind of midday packed traffic, you're kind of focused on not hitting anybody and stuff.
Totally.
Like that. So,
it's a big part of driving.
Right. So I just, I inadvertently did a lot of things that hurt her that she kind of brushed under and didn't say to me. So I didn't know that. And then, when I went last week, I did a show and I was talking about, oh, Jesus, I don't even remember what I was talking. Oh, wait. Yeah, I remember. A streamer named Digger420.
Who now?
Check her out on YouTube, Digger420.
Digger420.
A streamer named Digger420, smaller channel than mine. She's been in my chat. I didn't even know it was a she at first. And she dropped kind of like a I can smoke you out kind of gauntlet, like, let's go.
And the next thing I know,
oh my God! He nutted on my leg! He nutted on my leg!
And so I accepted
this
that
is
challenge.
a weed smoking thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And apparently I was very flirty and made references to my dick. And, because of all of that,
this is all funny to Aaron. Fingering girls in the asshole out in public, showing your dick to women. This is all funny to Aaron. He's facing felony charges for a sex crime. It's all funny to Aaron, man.
Johnny can't nut it on my leg. He can't nut it on my leg. Oh my God.
I nutted on my own leg.
God! He nutted on my leg! He nutted on my leg!
she's like, oh, so you're just going to meet up with this chick and you're going to smoke weed with her? And I was like, no. And she's like, you said it had to be in person. And like, I don't even remember what I said.
Time out.
Yep.
Time out. I just want to point out how we as men retell our stories about women. And I'm not shitting on you because
As men, here's another thing men do from Aaron. Can I just point out something that men, a crazy man thing that I know about men and what men do?
It's like the part that upsets them, we gloss over. And that's only going to make them more upset. Like, you're like, yeah, she said I was like flirting with her and talking about my dick. Whatever. Anyway, look, like, I mean, to a woman talking about your dick around another woman.
Who does that? Why would I talk about my dick to a lady? I'm trying to get her to fuck. She don't want to hear that. Got to get her drunk enough to even, have a shot. And I'm sure going to turn her off if I start talking about my dick. Ugh. Silence do good. I heard when Johnny drives his car sounds like a truck drop No, we can't. You can't command it like that.
And they get possessive about that kind of thing, like your dick.
Well, at any rate, like, I don't remember if I said that or not. I'd have to literally go back and watch my show. But I told her that I was like, if I said that, I misspoke. We're not meeting up in person. I don't know who this person is. And she's like, oh, you're just going to meet this chick to have, to smoke up with and hook up with? Like, and I'm like, no, there was no hooking up ever intended. And
Imagine bringing this on the air. This is like interesting relationship stuff to Johnny and Aaron because they've only been in like 3 relationships in their lives. This is nothing. Why is this on the air? Why would you go public about any of this? This is so stupid.
Oh, she was a woman at first.
May I say, God bless her for thinking that you can just meet someone and fuck them. I mean, that's got to be kind of you got to look at that as a little bit of an ego boost. The fact that this chick looks at you and goes, if he even gets around a girl, he's going to be able to fuck her. Like, that's a weird thing about women is they kind of forget when they get jealous that having sex with someone is a two-way street.
What
and
does
the other
that
person has to
mean?
want to, too. They just assume that everybody's going to want to fuck your man, that Johnny's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Johnny ain't got no legs to nut on.
Oh my God!
And that if
Either
you meet
way,
up
the
with this
point
girl and
is-
start smoking, you're going to stick your dick in her. I find that very funny.
Chat check.
I'm just saying, the point is she was very hurt about that stuff. So she was being very cold to me and saying she didn't want to talk. I was giving her space, and that was apparently the wrong thing to do. I was supposed to call her and find out what was wrong. And so she got upset with me again and texted me saying that she didn't think it was going to work out and she wanted to pull the plug. And I told her I didn't want to cancel our plans and everything. And she's
Don't take this weekend away from me.
like, I don't either, but this doesn't seem like it's going to work. And so when she said the pull the plug thing, I assumed we were done. And I made that assumption again on Sunday without talking to her. And she got really, really upset with me, which led to a tirade of phone calls where she informed me that I'm a liar and a jerk.
Time out. Can I guess? Did she use the word narcissist?
No.
They all do. Okay, that's coming. Don't worry.
Well, she said I was a liar and a jerk and all this other stuff. And she kept calling me to berate me, and no matter how much I apologized,
Berate?
she
How's your
said she
hair?
didn't believe it.
She kept calling to berate me. How's your hair? Come on. Hit the like button.
What? Oh yeah.
Imagine that.
See, she called to berate you.
But yeah, so that all kept going, and
You didn't like that. You didn't like that joke.
I did. It's just
I know you're
different.
focused. I'm
You
trying.
can't just like have a silly joke. He's got to bend over and go, it's either nothing or full on laugh fit.
I'd rather go to the Wawa and get a fucking hoagie.
Trying to knock you off your game. I'm being an ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, he's relishing in the fact that your relationship's falling apart. He won't rest until Matt gets rid of that gargoyle he's fucking either.
But yeah, so we were texting and we were talking and arguing in circles for hours. I kept apologizing.
Imagine taking this all on the air. Like, Jesus Christ.
But according to her, I have to do a sincere apology, which means like not talking about women on my show, because the last show that she was upset with, I talked about the girl that's going to be on Dancing with the Stars with an ankle.
Oh, this one?
If I could, then I would. I'll go wherever you will go.
Bracelet, and I showed her like,
oh my God!
her-
Can you give me her name and phone number? It sounds like my dream girl.
Oh, there's a joke I want to make.
I know. I get it. I understand.
Anyways,
Go ahead.
but yeah, so I was talking about her. I put her picture up and I read the story, and I'm used to my chat being full of thirsty dudes. So when I went back to the chat, I actually mentioned how I was surprised that nobody made any thirsty dude comments. And apparently, and then after that, we got talking about, at some point, we got talking about cheesecake, and I mentioned how I used to make cheesecakes. And then I made some comment about how I should make cheesecakes and when I work at Fat Jack's to give them to the strippers so they'll rub their titties on me for
Now,
some
is
cheese.
Whoa! Johnny's trading cheesecakes for titties. Hello? Gonzo says, this chick is young enough to be Johnny's daughter. Yeah, I think Johnny's like in his 40s and this girl's like 21 or 23 or something.
Were you talking to Digger 420 about this? Or is
No,
this
I was just talking to my chat and my show about this. This was me talking out
Dude, why didn't you talk to Digger 420?
my ass
He's the go-to guy for most of this stuff.
Okay.
about how I used to make cheesecakes.
So far, here's my diagnosis so far, and this is not an indictment of anyone. I mean, who am I?
It
but
is.
this is not a judgment of anyone.
Oh, boy.
This is just an observation. Number one, I think if you're going to do a long distance thing, you need to be very secure in yourself and the other person. And this person seems like they're being, I'm not going to say they are. They seem like they're being very insecure. When you have a significant other and you're also a public performer, you can't just shut off one half of the population, which
We're not built like that. Our brains are different, God damn it.
is women, and never talk about them or never talk to them I mean, it has to happen. You can't change who you are as an entertainer just because this person doesn't like it if you say Digger 420 or whatever. I feel like she's being oversensitive. I feel like she's reading a lot of her insecurity into the stuff you do.
You gotta learn how to internet, man. Just like me. Just like Aaron, man. You gotta let this stuff roll off your back. I let it roll off my back so much that my wife left me and all my friends keep turning on me.
420 is a fan, and you guys want to talk a little shit.
We want to smoke a little weed, do a little drugs, do a stream tonight.
That's fine. Also, at the same time, if she feels disrespected, I mean, you do have to take that into consideration.
Yeah,
listen,
You do?
and
She felt disrespected.
But at the same time, I mean, it seems like
But at the same time, she's a whore, and you have to learn to move on.
she's using the "we're done" thing as like a manipulation. Like if you're done, then be done. If you're not,
that's
if you're
the
not,
thing. She's
if you're
saying
not,
she's
peace
pulling
out.
the plug, but she's saying that because she wants me, I guess, to call and fix it.
Yeah, we're over. Chase me to the car.
And when I interpret that as being done without talking to her, that was me being disrespectful.
And it's going to
No,
go
what
bad.
that is you don't want to be manipulated by the, pulling the plug. Like that's someone trying to gain control and the upper hand in an argument or discussion instead of dealing as equals. If you go, well, then we'll pull the plug. Now, okay, you've pulled back your affection, you've pulled back your love, whatever you want to call it.
There's no way Johnny's listening to this, right? Anything he has to say about relationship advice or anything?
I don't like the look of it.
Now you want that other person to call you so that you can then meter out that love back to them a little bit because, you're hitting the feed pedal for the hamster because they're doing the thing that you want them to do. That's kind of gross. I don't like that. Instead, what you have to do is...
She was also saying, like, not to interrupt you, but she's also saying it wasn't just that I was talking about these people. She's saying, you'd light up when you talk about them and or whatever, and you don't light up like that when you talk about me. And it's like, I don't really talk about you on the show other than mentioning, like, a couple of times since, like, the week she spent here, I've been very active to mention, like, oh, I have a girlfriend, and oh, I'm in a relationship. But, and so, like, I've been making sure, like, oh, would you? I'd be like, I mean, yeah, I would, but I'm in a relationship right now. Like,
Emotional damage.
so it's, I don't know. I wanted mostly to come out here and just prostrate myself and say I did everything wrong
Prostate myself.
and it was all my fault.
No.
Hold on. Let me
okay.
finish. I wanted to do that, and I was planning to do that, but then she kept arguing in circles with me.
She's arguing with triangles tomorrow.
And
if
my
she's
daughter
arguing
started
with
crying
Polygons next month.
to see me. My daughter started crying to see Daddy. She hadn't seen Daddy for 2 days. She wanted to come downstairs and see Daddy. So I told her, I was like, look, I'm not trying to end this, but my daughter's crying to see me. I want to go see my daughter and spend time with my daughter. And the last time that we had this cyclical argument stuff, when I did I have to go see my daughter, and I stopped talking to her, she just kept texting. And so I sat there texting with her because my phone kept going off. My daughter literally got completely disinterested in being around me and left. Like, she was sad. So I didn't want to do that again this time. So when I told her, like, I have to go talk to my daughter, she goes, oh, yes, because I'm not a priority.
Holy shit. When do we get to me being a pedophile? This is boring as fuck.
I haven't heard from her at all.
Does she
since
want
for her if it involved a woman? And
so he makes him do this for 45 minutes.